Hi there, students. In this video I wanted to look at the phrasal verbs to trade up, to trade down and to trade in. Okay, to trade up or to trade down is to buy something that is of a higher value or bigger or better than the one you've already got. This is particularly common for either a house or a car. So let's see, when you're young, a small car works fine, but as you get a family with various kids, you need to trade up to something bigger. Yeah, so he traded up from a sports car to a family station wagon. Okay, or you trade up your flat. So the first flat he bought was in the outskirts of London, but when he got married, he traded up to a house with 3 bedrooms. Okay, so it's to trade up to buy something that has a higher value. Normally, when you change your cars, if you trade up, you trade in your old car. So if you trade something in, you give it as part payment for something you buy, particularly when you're trading up. Because a car dealer, if you're going to buy a car off him, normally they will give you a good trade-in price. Okay, I guess he traded in one car for another. It depends if he trades up or trades down. So trade up to sell something in order to buy something more expensive. I guess you could have a phrasal noun, a trade up. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he made a trade up. To trade down, to sell something and buy something else less expensive. So yeah, when you've got a family and lots of children, you should trade up and have quite a big house. But then when you get older, you could trade down again to a small flat or something like that. Okay, so to trade something in, yeah, you trade it in. You sell it and then you buy something more expensive or less expensive. Maybe a shop could trade up and start buying higher priced items, becoming more expensive. So yeah, when he was young he had a sports car, and then when he had a family he traded up and bought himself a real car. Very often, if you trade up in the housing market, you buy something bigger, but with that you need a bigger mortgage to trade up to a bigger house. The car I've got is not very good and it's rather old. I'd like to trade up to a more luxurious model. The value of my flat soared, and so I was able to trade up to a bigger and better place to live. Okay, so you trade up, you trade down. You're replacing it effectively with something more expensive, or replacing it with something cheaper, but you're trading in the old one. You trade the old one in, you trade it in. So notice all of these phrasal verbs are separable. Let's see, trade up, trade down, trade in. Formality, I think I'm going to give them a 4.5 in formality. Use them informally, semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing. I wouldn't use them in a very formal context. And these are very common business words to use. Yeah, and I guess all of these come from the word to trade. Trade meaning to do business. from okay, Middle Low German, trade, meaning a track or a course. Proto-Germanic, trado, a way or a track. Yeah. So to trade up or to trade down, yeah, you could trade up and buy a bigger and better computer. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. To trade up, to trade down, to trade in.